The only clue to what man can do is what man has done. A World War II psychiatrist evaluates Nazi leaders before the Nuremberg trials. I'm a sucker for historical dramas, especially ones that take place in World War II. There's a reason why Hollywood keeps on making these type of films. It's not for the faint of heart. This is a movie that, it's PG-13, but there are moments, especially in the second half, that show you real, at least what it seemed like to me, real footage of the atrocities that happened during this time in the 1940s, specifically in Europe. And it's stuff that's devastating. At least for me, the biggest takeaway that I can say about Nuremberg is, one, some things that I've learned. Yes, you should always do your research. Not every movie is going to be very accurate. It's Hollywood. They dramatize things. That's why we go to movies. But I just say this to do your own research, but when I'm watching this, I left with something new, and even though it ends on a very bittersweet note, there is some hope that can be taken from this story. And all of it is focusing on between a relationship between a psychiatrist and a horrible man that is very charismatic, that is remarkably played by Russel Crowe. This dude he just keeps on killing it in everything that I see him in. Even in bad movies like Kraven the Hunter, he is a standout. And here, this isn't a bad movie. It's quite a compelling one. Although, let's just get into this, it is not a well-executed script. It does what it largely needs to accomplish, and that's to give you a feeling, give you some bits of information, and make you at least attached to the seriousness of that subject matter. But when it comes to character interactions or outbursts, it's a bit childish. The only dynamics that I truly enjoyed is between Rami Malek, the psychiatrist, and Russel Crowe as this charismatic, evil man who comes across like a human being, as we all are, but you start to gather all of the information on why this man is so cruel, even though it can be a little superficial. Granted, this is the guy who wrote Zodiac and Independence Day. Not that one. That one. Yes, this movie is stacked. I already talked about Russel Crowe and Rami Malek. They are fantastic in this film, but you also have Richard E. Grant, Michael Shannon. Come on. Like, how can you not be excited when you hear names like that for a film, especially a World War II historical drama? But to touch on Rami Malek's performance, he really convinces you as this psychiatrist who wants to see the humanity in this person, who wants to, I don't want to say give a pass, but to understand why this man is in the position that he is in. Michael Shannon plays Robert, someone in the Supreme Court justice who wants to bring justice to this man who has brought horrendous acts to life and wants to see the man hang. More importantly, he wanted to accomplish this trial, in which he did, at Nuremberg, and that is the birthplace of the Nuremberg laws. So it was very poetic of why they wanted it to be in that specific location. Now, this movie runs at about 2 hours and 29 minutes, and you feel that length. I'm not going to lie, it is an oppressively long film at times. I still had a really good time with it, but if they trimmed about 20 to 30 minutes making this a perfectly fine 2-hour war drama, I would have given this score a bit higher of a rating. So I have to be completely honest, there were some scenes that just felt a bit repetitive. Like, I already got that, okay, we're doing that again. It's a film that crawls under your skin and makes you really uncomfortable. And for that, it accomplished its job, and I'm going to give Nuremberg a solid 7.5 out of 10. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this review. It really means a lot. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, but most importantly, do not forget to be blessed.